Alright guys, Sebastian Milo with the Boxing Mob. I'm here with newly signed Mr. Dylan Capetillo, signed with Golden Boy. So we were there yesterday at your signing party pretty much. Talk to me about signing with Golden Boy, the reasons for signing with Golden Boy, and just how you're feeling.
You know, I'm feeling super excited. All glory to God. You know, we signed with Oscar. Just all the love he's been showing me. It was the best option for my career as a starting off. You know, we've seen him create so many legends: Canelo Alvarez, Jorge Linares, Ryan Garcia, Virgil Ortiz. So you know that he treated me good. And Oscar, he was a fighter as well. You know, like he says, he's the only promoter that's ever stepped in the ring. So he can mentor me as well, and you know, talk me through my professional career and help me out as well. So we have a great team.
And obviously, like you mentioned, obviously a lot of legends that he's you know, promoted and made their careers pretty much, right? But to have, like for you personally, right, to have a guy like Oscar De La Hoya, pound legend, one of your all-time greats in your corner,
gold medalist,
have that support, what's that mean to you personally?
No, it means a lot. It's just a motivation, you know. Have somebody like that, Mexican American like me, it's just motivation. We have a lot in common, and you know, it's just history repeats itself.
Obviously, just signed, but has there been any advice that he's given you so far?
Of course, you know, what he tells me every day, you know, stay in the gym, keep working, don't get out the gym. There's gonna be a lot of outside noise. Don't listen to nobody. Listen to the people that have been with you since the start, your team, your family. And you know, boxing wise tells me use a lot of jab. You throw 40, 50 jabs, you'll win the round.
Obviously, speaking of support, WBC, right? WBC is heavily involved in your amateur career. You have some of those green belts in the amateurs. Talk to me about having the support of WBC, and I'm sure the real WBC world title eventually is a massive goal of yours.
No, it's beautiful. You know, when I was 8 years old, I had my first ever amateur fight at a WBC tournament. You know, it's beautiful. When I won that belt, you know, I would even sleep with it. It's beautiful because as a kid, you see all these professionals, all these legends, all these champions win that belt. It's motivation, and now as I'm stepping into the professional level, just motivation to go and get it.
Now, your manager was telling me that you wanted a former world champion in your first fight. I mean, is that was your goal, or?
My first fight? Nah, a former world champion? Nah. You know, I want to debut at a young age so I could, you know, flow my way into that professional level. And you know, we're gonna take it slow.
Now, you know, if you can pick, obviously, how often do you think we can kind of see you as you start your career? You know, in terms of activity.
You know, I want to fight 6-7 times in my first year. I want to stay active. You know, there's the greats. Even my promoter now, Oscar De La Hoya, he fought 13 times in 1 year. You know, Canelo fought over 15 times in a year. So why can't I? You know, that's that old school. That's how these fighters used to do it back in the day, and that's how I want to do it too.
Now, obviously, career goals. Of course, you want to become a world champion.
Yes.
We all know that, but. What's one thing you want to learn more so about yourself in the ring now that you transition from amateur to a professional?
You know, I wanna test myself with those top guys. I wanna see how good I really am. You know, because I know I work hard. I know I'm very talented, but you'll know until you step in the ring with a fighter of the same caliber as you.
Now, last one for me. For those who don't know Dylan Capetillo, right? Obviously, you're very well known across the board as a boxing aficionado, especially on the West Coast as well, but globally as well. What do people need to know about Dylan Capetillo as he takes over in boxing, hopefully?
You know, what they need to know is that, you know, soy 100% mexicano, hablo español perfecto, fue mi primer lenguaje, y siempre voy a estar para la raza, y quiero que me apoye la raza macizo, y vamos con todo.
Todo menos con miedo.
Yes, sir, así nomás.
Appreciate you, Dylan.
Yes, sir, thank you.